Hello everybody, this is Scrubs Make It Good, and today we're playing a game called Wayward. It's something I got on Steam the other day, and I've really been enjoying it for what I've been playing of it. I'm going to show you just kind of what it's like to start a new game, and then like a cooking show, I'm going to show you the file that I've been playing on, because it kind of it takes a while to get started. That's my main save file. The reason, well, I'll show you. So the way the game's supposed to be played is in hardcore mode. So you can go to game options in hardcore mode, the default and definitive way to play the game. Permanent character death is enabled, and then dying will respawn you in the last place you rested or slept, and all items will be dropped in location of your demise. That's what I'm playing on, just because it's kind of difficult to start up. We'll go to character, and you can customize your character however you want. There's a couple different hairstyles, so I'll go with this one, do brown hair, then skin tone, and then you got your little survivor here. So you can accept that, and then we'll just start a new game. So it generates the world based off a random seed. This is categorized as like a wilderness survival roguelite turn-based game, and it's got a bunch of stuff to it. So your past experience provides you with benefits for survival, and you awaken to find yourself no longer in the company of good men or a fine seafaring vessel. Instead, you discover yourself in tattered clothing, a pocket full of shoddy items. Treasure, you remember something about treasure. So it kind of just throws you into the game. It gives you a bunch of little random stuff, like I've got unpurified fresh water, a stone axe, a corded sling, I've never used that before, a sheaf of hay, a rock, a pole, and with all that, here's our crafting stuff we can make with all that. Down here are your recipes, and in order to open up all this stuff, it's just kind of, you can click these, so inventory, crafting, equipment, and then skills. Skills don't carry over when you die, but your recipes do, and your milestones, which are like your achievements and stuff. So like a couple of these I've already done for my previous game, and we'll go ahead and do that because I'm not going to do the starting quest. It just kind of shows you, it's basically the tutorial, but if you walk over stuff, you pick it up. Just kind of walk around. An animal skull is good. I don't have anything sharp right now, so let's make a stone knife. So you can just click on it to craft it, and I still can't make the animal skull. What do I need for the? Oh, I need a rock. I don't have a rock. We can equip. Well, I don't want to equip that yet. Let's equip a branch to our right hand. And down here you can see, like, you got right and left hand. You got head, neck, torso, hands, belt, pants, and all that good stuff. To gather food, you can kill animals and cook them, or like we've got a ripened apple tree right here, so we can pick apples. But I also want to direct your attention to your reputation up here. We're at negative 55 right now, and the reputation kind of just determines how hard the game is. So right now it says medium difficulty, so things are going to try to attack us, and harder enemies will start spawning the higher our, well, I guess the lower our reputation is. But doing things like harvesting apples, which might take us a couple tries, that increased our dexterity. Okay, it's random sometimes, so that lowered our dexterity. I don't know why. I mean, that lowered our reputation. I thought that was supposed to... Okay, eating an apple raised our reputation. I don't really know what lowers and what raises the reputation. It's kind of random. Things tell you, like, reputation impact is plus 10, plus 20, and that's minus 5. So stone crafting and woodworking. So the things you need to like survive and prepare for fights will lower your reputation. Like, you're preparing for a fight, so you're gonna get one. And all of this is randomly generated based on the seed, and you can't, it's like out of fog of war until you get into range to where you can see stuff. And there's no map to show everything you've located as far as I know. I haven't found one anyway. I've played the game for a couple hours just to kind of see how things go. And this is where the turn-based thing comes in. So what do we have right now? We've got a stick. Can we make anything better than a stick? No, we've got a stone knife. So if I equip the stone knife, equip to right hand, you see the goat moved because that counted as a turn. So if we run into the goat, that initiates combat. So I failed to cause any damage with the goat. I failed to cause any damage to the goat with a stone knife. Parrying has raised to 1%, and the goat has hit you for 8 damage. So, and it hit me for 6, and I didn't cause any damage to the goat. So it doesn't look like the stone knife is really great for combat. So we're just gonna move on. But that's kind of what the combat is like and how it's turn-based. We got some twigs over here, so we'll grab the twigs. You can see that this is like remarkable compared to just normal. So its durability is 5, and this one is 12 because it's remarkable. So that gives you a better chance to. Uh-oh, that's a giant spider. That gives you a better chance to make better items with it. Sharp rock. We're gonna try and kill the spider. I don't know if we'll be able to with the. No, failed to cause any damage. Slashing damage is ineffective. So you kind of have to plan out your fights and what kind of weapons you got based off what you're fighting. I'm surprised the knife wasn't able to cut through the goat, but picked up some stones. There's just stuff lying on the ground. But yeah, this is kind of how the game is. I'm gonna switch over now, and I'm gonna show you what I've done in the couple hours that I've been playing, just because it does take a kind of a long time to get anything started up in this. And I'm just kind of trying to show off the game. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, and we're back. So this is what I've managed to do in a couple hours. And playing the game, we've got a campfire here, a couple of chests, just normal production stuff. Kiln, I'm not really sure what that's for. I just happened to find it out in the world, so I picked it up. Furnace is for like making. What is this? I can apparently make a charcoal bandage. Okay, I got a couple of recipes here. I'm not sure what they are. I gotta check that out a little bit later. But I'll run through a couple of things you can do in the game. You can obviously make little structures here. You've got weight and everything that's based off your strength. You can see a giant rat right there. So let's see if we've got a weapon on us at the moment. We've got a stone spear, so we can equip that into our right hand, and we can see how the combat actually works. So we've hit space a couple times, so it comes towards us, and then we just hit forward once, and we hit the giant rat for 6 damage with a stone spear, and I've killed it. So after you kill something, you can right-click on it and carve with a tool. So we got some tainted meat, animal pelt, animal fat, offal, some bone fragments. So I think I've still got a fire going up here. This fire is almost extinguished, so we'll close this door. We'll come up here, and we've got some twigs, so we can stoke the fire with the twigs. Still almost extinguished. We'll stoke it again. Okay, it's struggling. Let's stroke it with a wooden pole. Still struggling. This fire. There it goes. It's very healthy. So now that we've got the fire healthy, we can cook from it. So we can cook some tainted meat, which isn't very good, and we can cook some pemmican too. So this offal that we got and this tainted meat, we can't normally eat the tainted meat or the offal, but if we make pemmican out of it, then we can eat it and it doesn't go bad. So we've got our health, our stamina, our food, and our water right here. Ready to be lit. There's purified water. Okay, so this is ready to be lit to kind of purify the water. We'll go ahead and gather water out of this, drink it, and that's how that works. You get a little bit of health, you get a little bit of water. I think it fills up your food a bit too. And then in order to make, what's this one? It says ready to be lit. So in order to light a fire, we need kindling, which I don't think we've got any. We'll try. No, you do not have any tinder to start the fire. So I think twigs. I think I've used all my twigs. Okay, so I have nothing to start a fire with. So we're gonna go get stuff to start a fire with. We'll need our stone axe. We'll equip that into our right hand. Sand cat. I don't know if that thing's gonna be hostile towards us or not. I've never seen one before. So we'll get a couple twigs here. Oh, okay, so we're over encumbered, and that's why we're taking damage now. So let's eat the pemmican. We're still 0.4 over. Potato seeds. Let's throw the ash. Let's drop a stick. It does look like this thing is after us. I don't want to deal with that sand cat right now. We will here in a minute. Close the door. Okay. So that should be enough kindling. So nope, don't have tinder. Dismantle the twigs to get wood shavings. Maybe that'll do it. Oh, it has no water to purify. I'll be right back. Okay, so right now I'm exhausted, so if I try and do anything else, I'm going to take damage. So whenever your exhaustion goes up, you can use, you'll normally have like a bedroll of some sort to start out with, so you can rest, or you can right click and just rest on the ground. I have made a hammock, so if I do that and hit sleep, then I'll sleep until I'm rested. And I think being next to a fire source also helps out with the amount you're rested. So now I should have everything I need. So in order to purify water, you pour the water into your little sandstone still. Then you use a bow drill or a hand drill or like a tinder starter. There's a couple different ways to make them. This is just like the advanced one that I've made. And then you start a fire. And then after however many turns, it'll start it up. Making a fire is a little difficult though, because you do need like something that counts as kindling and tinder and all sorts of stuff. So it's kind of a pain, but it's an interesting way to do it. I haven't seen another survival crafting game do anything like this. I don't know if I covered this or not, but you can right click and then dismantle, so it turns things into other things. So we had an animal pelt before, and now we've got hide and animal fur from that animal pelt. So we'll dismantle all these. And an important thing that you'll need towards the beginning of the game is leather. Because leather is how you make backpacks and your beginning armor and all that kind of stuff. So let's see if I've got... I don't think I've got just any regular bark, so I can show you from the... Yeah, I do. Okay, so when you're starting out, you're going to want to like kill a giant rat or a goat or something like that that gives you the animal hide. Then you'll want to turn that animal hide into the leather. But you also need tanner to do that, to make tanned leather. So in order to make that, you'll need a mortar and pestle, which you just need, I think it's 2 smooth rocks to make that. And then you can make some tanner out of bark and the mortar and pestle. And then from that, you can make, well, tanned leather. It might take you a couple tries. My leather working skill is like 14-ish, and it took me 2 tries. So it takes some doing. and then from there, from making the leather, you'll need string, which we can make using this stripped bark and a strip bark and a spider web. It'll highlight what it's using, so you can see the mortar and pestle and the limestone are lit up to make the limestone powder. It also takes a little bit of durability every time you try and make it. So my mortar and pestle is at 8 out of 9 because it took a couple tries to make the tanner. So 7 out of 9. So that's just kind of stuff you're looking at. I think I need a needle, and then it'll start showing the recipes for the leather stuff. Okay, I couldn't find my needle, but if you take bone fragments and you dismantle them, then it makes you a bone needle. So you'll need a needle, string, and some leather, how I showed you, and then you can make all this leather stuff, like tunics, backpack is really important, pants, which I actually need, so we'll make some pants, and then you can just right click and equip them. Equip the legs. So now I got pants too. So that's just the kind of stuff you can do in this game. I'll show you guys one other thing before we cut it off. Let me do some inventory management here real quick. Okay, so we're gonna need some food, so we're gonna stab this spider to death before we head out. Alright, spider's dead. We'll see if we can take on the sand cat too while we're at it. Okay. Let's see what the sand cat gives us. Looks like the same stuff. Alright, so we'll need to open this. Let's grab a couple of these just for tinder. Should be good, I think. No, dismantle this branch. There we go. Took it a minute, but we got it. And then we'll stoke the fire with that. Very healthy. Make some cooked meat, some cooked spider meat, and some pemmican. What's gonna... No, not the... So that restores some of our stuff. Make some giblets. Brings our thirst down, but our hunger is all the way up now. So we can just leave this. I'm going to leave some of this stuff here. Alright, so we've got an animal fat torch equipped in our left hand. We're going to right click on that and hit ignite. And so now we've got a torch with us. And you'll see why we need that torch here in just a moment. We go down here. There are these little staircases leading down, and when you go into here, it opens up into like a little cave system. And these cave systems are good for mining resources and stuff, but it's kind of a double-edged sword. So you can mine the resources, but there's vampire bats down here, and there's other things too. Yeah, there's an imp, and I think the imp might shoot fire at us. I don't know. But I haven't killed an imp yet. I've killed a couple of vampire bats. They don't drop anything good that I remember anyway. But there's those. Living rock. Haven't messed with any of that yet. But there's foodstuffs. Oh, a zombie. A slow but strong, foul-smelling undead or diseased human appears to dislike the sun. Okay. I don't know if I can be bit by the zombie and turn into one, but I don't want to find out. It is not letting up. Okay, there it goes. Let's try and gather this. Nope. Okay. Oh, the imp's there. But yeah, so you can explore the whole top part of the map. You can explore underneath here. It's got a lot of things to do. You can pick up little items on the ground. So it's a fun little game I've been enjoying. So if you guys are interested in seeing a series in this, just let me know. If you guys want to check it out for yourself, it's going to be down in the description. I think right now it's $7.99. So it's not too bad for the price. I've gotten a lot of enjoyment out of it for that amount. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think down in the comments. If you did enjoy it, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you!